Hey guys, you know what time it is. You got your girl here, Queen G from the Chop Shop Podcast, High Def Entertainment. Over here to my far left, I have.
DJ Jewels.
And over here to my right.
Hey, what's up, DJ Nesto? What's going on?
So today we got a special guest all the way from down the hill.
Yeah.
That's pretty far.
All the way down there?
All the way from down the hill.
All the way from down the hill.
That's a hop, skip, and a jump.
Yes.
But all the way.
So our special guest, not only is she an author,
What?
she is a director,
That's what I'm
Dang.
a preacher,
That's right. Get it.
and a producer.
talking about. Oh, man.
Oh.
That's
Over
a
here.
quadruple threat.
It is.
Dang.
She's
You better
a
watch out,
hustler,
y'all. Better
all of
watch
it.
out.
Yeah, that's right.
Over here to my left,
And
I have,
a good friend.
Yes,
Yes.
of course, a
Guys,
very
thank
good
you,
friend.
guys.
We're blessed. All of us are blessed to have her as a friend.
That's
Yes.
right.
Kintae Yuhanis.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kintae.
Welcome.
Thank you guys for having me. I'm blessed and I feel really good being here with you guys.
Oh man, yeah.
I'm
We
so grateful.
I feel like we hit it off because we had Dion Monique here.
Uh-huh.
You know, and you came
That's
and
my
then we
dog.
met and we vibed and it was like, man, we love you guys.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So
So we know you for a long, long time. Phil.
Yes.
From way down the hill.
Way down
Yeah,
the
all the way down
Way
there.
down the hill.
Yes.
No, we appreciate you, coming here because this show is based off of people who, who are productive and who are putting into their craft. You know what I mean? And like she said, you have a lot of titles. You know, we said director, preacher, and all this stuff. So it sounds like you got a lot on your plate.
I
You know,
do.
we follow you on social media, and it seems like you always got something going on. As of right now, what is going on with Kintae right now as far as your artistry going on? Like what's going on?
Okay, so we just did a table read on the other night. So the filming, that's what's going on.
Okay.
We have a lot going on with that. We're going to be shooting again on the 17th. And, we got my girl Queen. She's, one of the stars in it. Yes. And it's actually an episodic
She's
series.
getting her Meryl Streep on.
Oh, she's getting it
the
on.
movie?
Yeah,
I'ma
she's
get
doing
that
her
star
thing.
on the street.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's gonna.
dale.
Yeah, she's in there. She's gonna be in there for the long haul because she's playing a lady by the name of Marcella. Marcella. That was the name of my social worker, but she's playing the social worker
Okay.
of Royal.
She looks like a Marcella.
Do I?
Yeah, low key.
No.
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 Oh, my bad. She looks like
I
a.
look like a Marie.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Hey, so Kintae, so for
Yes.
people that don't know, this movie is based on your life
It's
story,
based
right?
on my life story. Yes, it's an episodic series.
Wow.
So yeah.
Hey, aren't
Yeah.
those like the best? Those are like the best movies or whatever you want to call it, TV series that are
yeah.
really based off of like the person that's directing it or writing it, like off of their experiences. Like, would you agree with that?
I agree with that because you're able to be more. It's more authentic. It's more natural,
yeah.
and you're able to kind of captivate people and draw people in on some of the things that you've dealt with, and even help them in some
Wow.
kind of way. So yeah,
That's good.
Yeah,
What made
those
you?
are the-
What inspired you to make a short film about your life?
girl, God, because I didn't want to tell my story. I'd be 100%. I didn't want to. I was ashamed. I was embarrassed behind about my story, so I didn't want to tell it. And y'all want to hear like what happened, the woo woo spooky stuff?
Yeah, like what's
Okay.
the story?
So
that led you to that?
I was like literally I was out working out and I was on the phone with one of my buddies and it was like I kept hearing it's bigger than you, it's bigger than you. So I'm out there working. I'm like, well, it's bigger than me. Like who is like Lord? Is that you talking to me? So I'm out there getting it in and I just started crying. It was like overwhelming. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than you. Write the book. And I'm like, but I'm not an author. I've never written a book.
Yeah.
And, when they say when God gives you something, it's usually something that you've never done or something that, he puts it on the inside of you, but he's like, no, you have to do this. So he said, and then and it was like, it's bigger than you. It's bigger than you. And it was saying episodic. I didn't know what that meant. I knew a little bit because working in film, but I was always behind, audience coordinating, set designer. So the different language that directors and stuff use, I didn't know that. So I'm like, okay. And I'm just crying, walking down the street, and people looking at me like, "Yo, what's wrong with her?" And I'm out there power walking, like my eyes were sweating a lot. Because, so it took me about a few months before I started writing. Like I said, I didn't want people to know my story.
Yeah.
I'm like, because it was too grimy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And me being a preacher, certain things are like taboo when you talk about them, which it shouldn't be. People should be able to be transparent. But I didn't want to share, the things that I been through, the things that I was still dealing with as a preacher. You get what I'm saying? And just trying to be transparent with that. And so that's how it came out. The Lord had it on my heart. I was really afraid because I'm like, how are they going to look at me now? Are they still going to be able to see that part? Because I was judging myself too, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang, how, God, you really love me, or, things like that. Because all that I did and all that was done to me, and, the things I'm still dealing with, you feel me? So
Now, I hear a lot of people that say that, like, similar to what you said, like they're not ashamed or embarrassed or, about things they went through to share. But then I always feel like they come with there comes a moment where they realize, you know what, though? By me sharing it, there is other people out there who have experienced the same thing or going through the same stuff. That it could help them get through it too. Did you feel like that?
I did feel that. So, I've been preaching for over 22 years, right? So I would always help the young people. I work with the National Teen Convention and stuff like that. So I always would help the young people. And Sister Kintae, Evangelist, can we talk to you about X, Y, and Z? Because I'm very transparent with my kids and with the other ones. And they would ask me certain things, and I'm like, okay, well, let's talk about it. And one, she was dealing with some really, really hard stuff, but I was able to help her. But I didn't tell her that the person that who it was me. I would never say, oh, well, I went through X, Y, and Z. I'd be like, okay, well, let's pray about this. But I knew how to navigate through that and what type of prayer to pray, or what, in order to help her, or and let her not feel judged because of what she was dealing with. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And so I was doing that already. But then when that happened, I was like, oh, I have to tell people that it's me now. Like for real, like, I got the sheet in front of me, and I'm standing behind the wall. But yeah, when he said you got to share your story, you got to tell your story. So
See, that's dope, because like you were doing that in real time, real people, and now you're starting to put it on the big screen now.
Yeah.
So that's a whole different
dynamic,
whole different canvas. Like that's a big canvas, and now you can direct it like that. That's pretty dope. Like what was the transition from like making films or being creative? Like where did that come from? Like where did you begin doing that?
Okay, as a kid.
Okay.
Because growing up, in a family that was always the fight and the cursing, the drugs, the pimps, the dope dealers, dealing with all that stuff, being abused, being molested, all those different things, you have to take your mind somewhere else. You have to go somewhere else in your mind. And so that's where the creative nature, I guess, kind of blossomed. But and then, regardless of, what my father did and what my mother did, both of them were extremely creative,
So they had
Yeah.
skills, they had talents and stuff too.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, my mom, she was a dope artist and seamstress. My father's dope artist, writer, musician. He could play anything
So
you
that's
gave
where
him.
it all comes from,
So
man.
yeah, so the drugs and all that stuff.
So once you decided to like really start to like do, hands-on stuff, came natural to you? Or did you feel like you like you still had a long journey to go to like develop? I mean, of course everybody has to develop, you know what I mean? But was it like, I always ask people all the time too, because I'm an artist myself, you know what I mean? I do a lot of art and stuff. And I always feel like there's like a spiritual connection when I do art.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people ask me all the time, how do you do that? How'd you do that? And sometimes I don't know what to say. Sometimes I'm like, I really don't know. Like sometimes like I zone out, and sometimes I feel like some type of,
It just takes over.
yeah, sometimes I have moments where I'm like, man, I don't even know how that even came about sometimes. I think it's like a spiritual thing sometimes. So you go through that stuff too?
I do. I do. And I guess I would say when I first started cutting hair, like back, cause how old are you guys?
37.
Oh my.
37.
Okay, we're
the
good.
same age.
So anyway, so back in the days, right, in the 80s, that we were, you had a pair of clippers, you get to cut some hair up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I started, I was cutting hair. I would do dolls' hair. I didn't have any dolls, to be honest with you. So I would do my cousin's dolls' hair. And then I would be I'm done with them. Or I'll try to, one of my great aunts, she used to keep bags of material. And so I would, tie up clothes and try to make clothes on the dolls and things like that. But when I started cutting hair, that's when I was able to get creative because I could put the letters in the hair, even though I wasn't fading, I could just give you a bowl cut and a high top,
Yeah.
So that's when I was, able to be more creative. Had a lot going on, but I was still, no, you're gonna cut your cousin's hair. You're gonna go in there and press hair. So I started doing that. That was like my first, I guess, creative experience outside of having everything locked in my head. It started coming out. And
Yeah. I mean, we consider like barbers and hairstylists artists too.
Yeah, it is.
Ernesto and Janisa, they interviewed some barbers from Signature Barbershop. And Ernesto was saying, like, you guys are artists. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you guys really are. You guys just don't cut hair. You guys have a different eye and stuff like that. So it's a skill. You know what I mean? It's a talent.
But that dream, that wasn't like, what I set out to do.
Envisioned?
Yeah, it wasn't.
Wow.
So what inspired you to become a preacher?
Oh my God. Okay, we're gonna get into the movie after, right?
Yeah.
So didn't come up in the church, unchurched, just straight street, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just give y'all a little back on Kintae. Jumped in a gang, I sold dope, did everything. I just didn't smoke and stuff like that. Yeah. So I was from from the trenches, right?
Yeah.
And oh God, still a little touchy. So, I'm hustling or whatever. I end up getting pregnant with my son. I had just got off the streets and whatnot. End up getting pregnant with my son. And because of what I went through, I promised him that I would not be that parent, right?
Yeah.
So my parents showed me what not to be. So, I just looked at my son, and that's what caused me to change a little bit. He said he could still remember me having dope in the refrigerator, though.
Still fresh in his memory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so he remembers the younger Kintae a little bit. His little.
I stopped selling dope when he was like 3, but he still,
So the ending of Kintae.
Right. And so his grandparents, rest in peace, Bishop Crawford, they would always invite me to go to church. I'm like, oh, come here to church. I'm like, man, I'm doing too much. Nah, I'm doing, and then my mom's biracial. So one side was, the Mexican side is Catholic, and then the black side is Seventh-day Adventist.
Yeah.
So, but I was the one that's, the Mexican side was better to me than the black side. Yeah, I know it is. If whatever camera we on, y'all, it's for real. So I was in church. I was, in the streets. And so when so they kept asking me, come to church with us, come to church with us. And I went, and it was scary because it's like people in there, and
lit, huh?
Pentecost. I'm apostolic.
They were feeling it.
So but I'm like, what? I'm in there, I had on some shorts because I didn't know how to dress. I had on some shorts, and I was pregnant with my son, and I'm a belly out here. And I'm like, this is crazy. People jumping up. I'm like, what? No, for real. I've never been to a Pentecostal apostolic church.
Right.
Man. So I'm in there, and then they towards the end, the people, they were like, oh, anybody want prayer? And I don't know church, how you do church, So I stand up, and I start walking down the doggone aisle to go up to the lady so I can get some oil poured on me and the whole, 9 in prayer. And before I got to her, I fell out on the ground. I passed out on the ground.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Wow.
It was like overwhelming. It was almost like the same feeling when, but I went down, and I'm like, oh man, but it was like a peaceful, because I could still feel it.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm done. I will never be back. You guys are the exorcists. This is I'm thinking, oh, devil, y'all just
Couldn't feel my legs.
This ain't
I passed out. What you guys do to
I
me?
passed out in the church. The lady didn't even touch me, So
She didn't pray
everybody
for
else,
me or anything.
yeah. And I'm just
She didn't pray for me or
So
anything.
I'm like,
I
I didn't
Y'all
even
just
get
laughed at me, watched me fall.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
and I was pregnant too, right?
Oh,
so I'm
man.
walking down, and I'm slow because I'm like, okay,
There's
is
no
anybody
ushers to help in the back.
right?
Anybody gonna help me get up?
Y'all remember that game at Chuck E. Cheese where you
Oh,
tip
yeah,
it?
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm like, is anybody finna jump up with the hoot? Going down, man. So I go down, and then I was like, I'm done. I'm never coming back. So maybe like a year or 2 went by. My ex-mother-in-law, she was like, come back, I'm giving a concert, and I love music. I'm gonna give a concert and this. And I was a Levi t-shirt and some heel girl. That's me. I'm always rocking my jeans, so I didn't have a skirt. She's like, let's go to the mall. I was like, okay. She took me, she bought me an outfit. Remember Payless?
Yeah, heck
Y'all
yeah.
know Payless?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Come on now.
So I'm just saying. So I bought me some little plastic leather shoes that was hurting my feet and wore all the white to the church. I said I wasn't going back. And then when I got there, the music was so good. And this Pasadena choir, the girl she was singing, Created Me a Clean Heart. Yeah, I'll sing it to you later.
That's what got you.
Start
And
crying.
it got me. But dude, after that, they started singing a fast song. So I got my son in his little, what them things called? I don't even know what they call it.
Stroller?
anymore. No, it's the little, carrier.
Oh, yeah.
And I stood up because there was just like, so you know how when you, like something's just good. I stood up and then they started playing a fast song and I started spinning in circles. That's when I was like, I'm done. I will never go back to
Okay.
church.
Yeah.
So
Because I was feeling out.
Yeah.
So I was like, nah,
So
this
you
is.
got that feeling and you never.
Yeah,
looked
I was
back
doing what
after
they
that?
was doing. And I didn't know how I was doing it because I don't know
Yeah.
how to do that.
Yeah.
You know? So, yeah. So then years went by. And I used to curse like a sailor. I mean, I could, to where it sound good. You know what I'm saying? I
Like
could be
a
drinking
song.
ice.
Almost like a song.
Yeah, you were good. Yeah, you were good at it.
Sing, yeah,
She was rapping over there.
My grandmother,
Beep, beep, beep,
yeah,
beep,
that
beep,
part,
beep.
right? And make
Yeah.
a whole, yeah, they ain't got,
Yeah.
they wouldn't have nothing on me. My grandmother, my father, my aunt could lay it down. So I was working in Upland, and I was in there, and there was this beautiful older woman, right? I was probably like 23, 24, something like that, and this beautiful lady, real classy, and I was like, oh, this lady, beautiful lady. But then I heard all this cursing, and I walked around to the side, and I was like, dang, why don't she shut up, like talking like that? Mind you, I'll be cursing, but it didn't sound right. So when I looked at her, I was like, oh snap, that's that lady, and so that's I guess when the Lord started sanctifying, because when I saw her, I was like, oh, is that what I look like? You know what I'm saying? Especially the guy. Yeah. So
It's kind of like I was giving you a mirror of how you were acting or how you were
and
always...
this lady I thought was beautiful. So, anyways, speed it up. I started going to church maybe like 5 years after, and then I started rebuking what God was showing me, because like I said, I didn't church. I didn't know.
Yeah.
She was like, "Why every time I come in here and you in prayer, you talking about I rebuke you, Sage?"
Yeah.
Because the thoughts that were being planted in my head, I'm like, man, who I am and what I've done and where I come from, God ain't trying to use me.
Yeah.
And I say, he don't want me. I've done too much.
So they say God works in mysterious ways.
Right. But every time he showed me something, be honest, he would show it to me in film formation. So but the old school, like the 20s,
black and white.
the black and white,
Yeah.
that he would all. And so I'm like, dang, why do I keep seeing stuff like that? I ended up, doing hair took me a lot of shampoo and conditioner, been real good. So I started, I got, shout out Minerva Santana. She gave me my first opportunity. She was like, because I was always at work. She was like, you want to go to the BET Awards? I'm like, oh yeah, for real, So I went, and but I didn't know I was being interviewed. And then no, I didn't. I was just enjoying the show, and she's watching me. You okay? I go to BET Awards. And so I started working. And then she was like, well, she asked me did I want to go to, see if my son wanted to go to the Kids' Choice Award. I'm like, yeah. She said, well, you want to work them? So that's what got my foot in the door, of me being on set. So she's like, how much? I was like, are you sure I can do this? Like, yeah, I got you. I'm going to teach you everything I know. And she did that. She did that for me. So I'm doing hair. Now I'm working on sets. And, so she pulled me into that. And I'm truly grateful to her to this day. Because I didn't know how God was going to do it. She was like, pray for me. And I'm like, okay, I'm praying for you. And then she pulled me in, and the Lord just blessed it. And then loving what I do. And then I started giving the events and started doing the what do they call it? Treatments for different artists and stuff like that. I was blessed to work with Chris Brown for quite a few years.
That's
cool.
cool.
So it was the Lord. He just did his thing. And then I didn't know that up until me working out and crying. When he was like, "Okay, write the book." No.
That's good.
Dang.
That's good.
No.
That's crazy.
What's crazy is my story. Yeah. So.
But the story is what inspires people, you know what I mean? So that's good, We got to go through stuff sometimes just to
all the time.
make it through, so we can say we survived it, So as far as like the, getting into the films and stuff, what was some of you direct, who's some of your favorite directors that you like to watch? Certain.
I I would say I love Denzel's stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love his stuff.
You like his directing stuff?
I like it. I like the way he directs his style.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
directing.
yeah. He's got some good stuff.
Yeah, and who else?
Like Fences, right? He did Fences.
Yeah.
And then I think he did some other.
He did.
You know which one? Antoine Fisher. That's a good one.
That was a killer.
That one right
loved
there. I didn't
yeah.
know that he directed that
Yeah,
movie.
that was his. And I love that film.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Because my story kind
Kinda
of
similar.
with it.
Kind of blends.
Yeah, because that's a hard upbringing. You know, see, those are my favorite movies. Is the true stories. You know, because I mean, I like all movies. You know what I'm saying? Like, like even like the Marvel movies, like you know, those are cool. But like the true stories, those are my favorite ones. I could watch those
Based
over
off
and
a
over.
true story.
Yeah,
And,
for sure.
and Antoine Fisher is actually one of my favorite.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And
So you got Denzel.
Oprah,
He's got some real good ones.
Oprah.
Oh yeah.
So it's almost like that same genre.
Yeah.
I like that feel. I like how everything is natural and it has substance to it and it's historical and you know, different transitions, what people have been through and but what I'm not gonna say that. Anyways, yeah. So Oprah and what is her name? Chandra. What's Chandra? God, what's her name? She did Selma.
Oh yeah. Someone's dope.
So you see, that's like the genre that I enjoy. But when it comes to my episodic series, I would say something that it kind of compares to is a TV show called Shameless.
Shameless
Oh,
is
yeah.
tight.
It's tight.
It's like a cross between Shameless and on my show where we have Shameless, Insecure,
Okay. Okay.
and on the more, you know, it's Snowfall.
Snowfall.
So
was,
it's like
the same.
mesh of all that.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
those are the best. Like I said, those are like the best films I like to watch. Snowfall. I was stuck on Snowfall.
Yeah.
You know, and it's crazy because John Singleton started that, but he didn't finish it. He passed away.
But when who it's written, who's actually the story that they're telling, the storyline, that's one of my associates.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then with that,
Ain't it crazy how he's a British actor?
Yeah.
The main character. Like,
Yeah.
you wouldn't think that he's like, you know, because he plays it so well. But he's from,
you got it.
yeah,
British.
yeah. But bro,
Yes, he
you ever
is.
seen Snowfall? Oh, it's cracking,
it's
man.
killer.
Yeah, it's dope.
killer.
It's dope. So yeah, so your films, your projects, they just based off of that influence, that's the kind of substance you have in your projects. That's good.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah, so that's how you know
and
it's gonna
like
be
Boys
good.
in the Hood. So it's
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
lot.
yeah.
So
It's a little hoodie.
Yeah,
but
it's hoodie. It's
raw.
emotion. It is. It's raw.
Yeah.
And like I say, shout out even to all the actors, everybody that's in it. It's raw, and we have some new faces in there. And this is one.
There you go.
And
Hey,
then,
Queen
yeah,
J.
and Leah and everybody. So I just, I'm truly grateful for them wanting to tell my story. I know it was a little hard because like I said, I used to spit out all the bad words at us, because I'm standing up to pimps like, give my mama her blanket money back, all up in their faces and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And then coming from the molestation to, picking up bad habits. So it's a lot. It's a lot.
Oh, man.
It's
That's
it's
gonna be
a lot.
a good movie.
It's gonna touch
you.
I can't wait.
So you spent your time on sets,
Yes.
working on sets, treatment, stuff like that, directing.
Yeah.
You're behind the camera a lot, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So have you been in front of the camera and done
You can't tell that I'm like, look, I was like, oh my gosh. Oh, yeah.
She was hiding behind Queen G.
Yeah, I'm trying to hide behind the mic.
This is actually her first one.
Yes.
Really?
Really?
Yes. Because
Hey, there we go. Hey, well, you did it with us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it's comfortable. This is family.
Yes.
So it's comfortable. It's more comfortable now,
Yeah.
But just
You
thinking
gotta
about
break
it.
the ice.
Yeah.
Oh, we're
I don't know. I could see you being in front of the camera too, though. Like, I bet you
Man,
could kill
it's-
that.
Even at the rehearsal, I don't. Yeah, I'm just not one.
You're like,
that-
Yeah,
camera's
yeah.
not for me.
Yeah. I mean, even when I'm preaching, I have to
Zone out.
I'll sit there. I'll be on the stage with my eyes closed,
Really?
and then I talk to myself.
Wow.
Or if I'm in the back, I'll like, don't bring me out until it's time for me to. Yeah. It's Still a little trauma.
But I think you'd be great in front of the
Oh,
camera.
yeah, thank you, for real.
Yes.
I think you'd be great.
Try it out.
For real, thank you.
You have to audition for your own film.
Man,
Yeah.
man.
You might have to.
Play the main character.
Yeah.
Well, there is a character we did. So for part of the trailer, Nick was like, "You have to do it, man. You kids say, that's my dog. That's my bestie right there in my heart. That's my sister." And she's like, "You gotta do it.
Yeah.
She's like, "Man, come on, let's go."
Yeah.
So I was like, "All right." And I'm in the car and she's filming and I'm just like nervous. Okay, I'm sweating. And I man, it's hard. Y'all do it. You
You
guys
just got to zone out. You mean? It's
You know,
just-
I do like when directors do like little cameos in their films though.
she got me doing one.
Oh yeah, that's
I'm
cool.
doing-
A little
I'm-
small one.
it's-
That's cool.
yeah,
I used to watch like the Marvel movies. You see Stan Lee jumps in there real quick, or like
And then
the Hughes brothers. You know what I mean? Like I would see they'd be like in the background, like
Yeah.
at the bar or something. But I'm like, that's cool.
Well,
Like,
they're
still-
walking by.
yeah, you see
yeah,
them walk
yeah,
by.
they're
Like
walking
you,
by.
you can do that. You know what I mean?
No, I have like a scene.
Oh,
And-
they gave you a
Yeah,
role.
I'm like in there. I'm in the car, and so it's my daughter. So my instead of having my son and daughter, I just use two girls. Change it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So my son and my daughter, I put two young girls in there, and they're like, "Mom, so you grew up in the foster system?" And I don't know how many times I had to say, "Who told you that?"
Yeah.
Right.
Who you been talking to?
Who told you that? And I'm like,
Who you working for?
Who told you that? I'm like, how long did it? And it took me a minute to get it.
Yeah.
Who told you that? And they were like, oh, and we couldn't even finish the rest because it was like, oh, you're dead. I just said, who told you?
You're like,
Turn
I'm
the
done.
cameras
I'm
off.
done.
Yeah. So I'm a little shy. I know I'll be laughing
Yeah.
but I'm
I think
not
you'd
a
be
little. I'm
great.
shy.
I think you'd
Yeah.
be great in front of the camera.
Stop it.
You just got to try it. You just
Baby
gotta go
steps.
for
I
it.
did try
Yeah.
baby steps.
Baby steps.
Yeah,
You know
who
what
told you that?
I mean? I remember I was watching Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith.
Yeah.
And then at the very, very end,
His-
the guy walks by, the guy that the movie's really about, and I was like, oh, damn, that's crazy. Like that's cool though, little gems like that, So with the book, right? So what goes in the process of becoming an author like that? Like you never done it before.
No, but I had a lot of journals.
Oh, okay.
Because I used to journal for therapy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so I put some of them together.
So you already had kind of like you're already like preset on what to do.
No.
Not exactly, but on the writing part.
Yeah, I had, like I said, I had my journals.
Yeah.
But I still had to lighten those up,
So how does it come together? Like
that's
like
crazy.
if I want to write a book, like right?
Like, who do you go to?
Yeah,
What are the
yeah.
steps?
Okay, do it on Amazon.
My brother-in-law did it
because
like that.
it's
I'm
free,
always on Amazon.
and you don't have like
Amazon Prime?
I will not let you give you the information of the people that I used.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, my
And it was a
brother-in-law
lot-
did it like that through Amazon. He has
Yeah.
his books out at the bookstore in the mall.
So he got it published.
You
gotta
can
publish
publish. They
it.
do
He put it on
everything.
Amazon?
They do everything
Copyright.
Amazon.
Do it. He paid it.
Yeah.
I think he paid a company and they did it all for him. He wrote
On
the book.
Amazon?
Yeah, I think he wrote the book.
No, you don't have to pay anything on Amazon. So he had to probably a second party, third party.
Maybe,
something.
yeah, but
Yeah,
Did it on the
'cause
table, huh?
Yeah.
yeah, probably. But he has his book out.
But
Wow.
but if you put it on there and if you write it through Amazon and just take it, upload it on Amazon, it's free.
What?
Free
I didn't
everything.
know you
Yeah.
could do
But
that.
neither did I. That's why I paid all the money.
You're like,
Yeah.
all right.
And
What
then-
was the response you got on your book?
it was well, I did have 4 stars.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So where can
But
we
it-
find the book?
You can get it on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles,
There you go.
different so it's on different platforms.
okay,
You
we're
get the
gonna have to pick
audiobook
that
as
up.
well.
I'm gonna have to go
buy
But
that.
It's called Because It Was Necessary 32 Addresses. And the
I'm
reason
buying
is-
that
that's
this
good.
weekend.
Yeah, and the reason is 30, but I lived in 48 different addresses from Compton to Connecticut. I lived in 48 different addresses.
Your whole life.
My whole life.
Wow.
Dang.
And that's just from jumping around from like
Foster
from
care.
from, fo- from foster
from
care.
family, foster friends, dope houses, which y'all call them trap houses,
houses now,
Yeah,
Mm.
all that. Streets, homeless, hotels, all that.
Oh my god. So
Wow.
that
So you can
sounds like a
just
very
imagine.
inspirational book. Like I said, a lot of people are going through that.
But that's what the episodic series is about. So each place is a few,
Okay.
Yeah.
Has its own
yeah.
his own world.
But with the book, it was a little too soft. You get what I'm saying? And I
Kinda
wanted
sugarcoated it.
You want to
Yeah,
be a little
and I
more
wanted to-
raw.
because to me, raw is what helps.
Exactly.
If
It
I say,
does.
oh, if I was like, oh, well, I just walked past the dope house and my friends were in there and I just felt bad for them. To where it's like, no, I was in the dope house. I was sleeping on the floor, wrapped my arm. Still have shoulder issues because of me wrapping a blanket around my arm to cover my head,
Yeah.
to tuck myself in so no bugs, or if somebody came to try to do something,
Yeah.
and I could feel
the
them pull
struggle.
it to wake me up. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So that's what they need to hear. They need to hear that.
Yeah.
You know,
Raw,
I've eaten
straight
out
raw.
of trash cans and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They need to hear that. You know, I'm stepping over needles and seeing people with the
Shooting up and stuff.
all that.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
you know, like sometimes people gotta they gotta see things in the most rawest form to really understand what's going on, to understand what people are going through and all that. It's like music too, like hip hop, you know, you got your NWAs and all that. Like they made such an impact because of what they were saying,
Right.
but they were so like, you know,
About
raw.
their life. It was about their
What-
lifestyle.
What they were saying, it was shock value at first, but a lot of people could relate to it.
And-
Films too, you know.
And so check this out. So by me being a preacher and talking about molestation, talking about, you know,
Streets.
Drugs.
dope dealing, drugs. And I'm like, but this is what God saved me from. So why can't I talk about this? Why is it a problem? You know, if I'm telling my story is this is what happened. These are the people who did this, and this is what they did. I'm not gonna be, all gross about it, but you're gonna see.
Hear the
what-
story.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna hear my story, and it's not gonna be, oh well, this happened, and I was just like, no, stop it, no, you're gonna see me, getting jumped, me throwing them. You're gonna see me selling what I sell, what I was selling. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say what I sell.
No.
Y'all know I'm saying, but
Yeah.
so it and just to show that whoever it touches, it's gonna touch.
Right.
Whoever doesn't want to hear it, then don't go see it.
But look at the person that you are now.
From all that, yeah.
From all that.
And look at my friend.
And it's crazy
Yeah.
because, a person shouldn't have to go through all that to be, where they're at, like you.
I had to.
I mean, it just sucks. I mean, but look at like I said, look at the person that you are now.
Thank you.
Doing big things now.
I give him
In a
all the
positive
glory.
way, you know.
Yeah.
So you brought up your son earlier. I understand your son is very talented as well.
Yeah, he's dope.
So what does your son do? What is he tapped into right now?
He does music.
Okay.
Yeah, he's an artist.
He's dope.
Yeah,
So he gets it from the genes, you know what I mean? He's got the
It's in the bloodline.
Runs in the
It is.
blood.
Right.
Runs in the
He's
blood.
dope, but his mind is like oh, it's bananas.
so he's
Yeah.
got one of those like thinking outside the box mind
Yeah.
frame. Like he's thinking a whole nother level.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, he's dope.
That's
And then-
dope.
Then my
We
daughter.
got to get him on the show.
Yeah.
The
Thank you,
music is
guys.
dope.
Oh, thank you.
His
You heard-
music
you
is
heard
dope.
that?
Yeah, his music
Yeah,
is
he
dope.
got into he got some stuff on a movie and things like that. He's dope. And then my daughter, she's finishing up school. She has one more year, and then she's gonna go into PA school.
Oh,
So
nice.
What's up?
I'm truly grateful.
So it sounds like you're doing a great job.
Man, dude, I was crying driving home yesterday. I was just like, dang. I said, I have 2 kids that's like great people,
Successful.
people, great people that came from me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all we really want for our kids is just to be good people, you
Yeah, great
know? I tell my kids that all the time too. I'm like, look, like whatever you decide to do when you grow up, that's on you. I'm not going to be a parent that's like, I want you to go to school and take this trade. Like, nah, I'm not.
gotta become a doctor.
Whatever you decide to
That's
do,
not doctor.
but as long as you're just a good person, like you're
Good
good, you're good people. You know what I mean? You treat people good, and sometimes people ain't going to treat you good back.
Yeah.
But
Then you got to kind of.
yeah, you know what I mean? You got to know when to and all
Put
that.
them in the line. I mean,
Yeah.
set them
Yeah.
back in their in their
But
seat,
but
you
it
know?
all comes down to them being good people. To us, is the example. You know what I mean? So like, your kids are doing good. That's because they've seen, like you said, you say your son remembers, what he saw as a kid. So he has that little insight, but he also sees who you are now.
He's
so
watched me grow.
Yeah, exactly.
And I've watched them grow.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
grew up
you
together.
grew up together. Yeah, yeah. That's
so
cool. That's
he
cool.
can be like, oh, remember? Yeah, I'll be like, dude, like for real.
Yeah, for sure.
Bringing that up, come on, man.
Yeah.
And that's cool because my daughter, I mean, she's really respectful. She's the opposite from how I used to be. So when people see that and they're always telling me like, hey, good job. Like, I mean, I'm like, hey man, well,
that was in us, but we didn't know it during that
Yeah,
time.
like, I mean, like little you know that you do teach your kid. Your kids are really watching what you do, and they learn from what you do.
Hey, especially this time of age right now,
I know.
like
Like a sponge.
what's out there, like it's crazy. These young kids, like, this new generation, they're influenced by all kinds of crazy
YouTube.
stuff out there.
So
Social media.
yeah, so with that being said, it's like when they were coming up, I always told them, I'm like, look, I don't want to hear nothing from the streets. I don't good, bad, indifferent. If you feeling some kind of way, come talk to me. If you didn't, come talk to me. I said, because your friends will tell you what they think you might want to hear, but mommy's going to tell you what's going to keep you alive. And I said, never lie to me. And even their father was like, no, I just never want to lie to your mom because, but I really, I thank God for who they become, especially, watching me. But I went to them even before I wrote the book and before I did the episodic series because I didn't, I don't want you.
So you kind of let them know, like, hey, I'm gonna talk about some things, so you
and they were
inform
like,
them.
They're like, Mom, because I didn't want, I know the Lord told me to do it, but I didn't want them to be shocked or embarrassed. But then I thought about it, like my son, he's like, Mom, we always send our friends to talk to you anyway. Like literally, all their friends talk to Mom. Oh, they'd call me up, they'd come to the house, and 2:00 in the morning, it's like, I'm up making waffles or something like that for their friends because they needed to talk, and so I think if we have those bridges and build those bridges with our kids, whatever they're going through, because sometimes some things creep down that generational line and it's like, nah, talk to me about it.
Yeah.
There's been things they've talked to me about and I was like, man, I was dealing with that too.
And that's a
And they're
good
like,
thing
for real?
to be like talking to them. You guys as
Transparent.
babies are still babies. Ours are already grown, and to be transparent. Same thing. Don't lie. Just tell me the truth. The good, the bad, and the ugly, and we'll work it out.
We're going
That's
to
the
work
best
it out.
approach.
That's the best way.
My daughter sees everything. She was small, but she's known a lot of what I've done.
Yeah.
And I always tell her, like, learn from my mistakes. Don't do what I've done.
Right.
She don't like school.
Yeah.
I mean, I just graduated last year.
Oh,
and
go
I told
ahead.
her,
All right. Well,
and I told her, don't do what I did.
Yeah.
I mean, your school is really important. I mean, you don't know that until you get
until
older.
you know it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I said, don't wait until I'm 30, I was 36.
It's all good.
I mean,
but you got
it's
it.
never
though.
too late.
But you
No.
got it.
It's never too late, but you know
pivot
what I mean?
anywhere.
I always tell her, keep your school ahead. Like, don't drop out. Whatever it is, if it's getting too hard, we're here. We're your parents. We're here. We can talk about it, figure solutions for you, but don't drop out.
Yeah. And do what what
Yeah.
your heart tells you to do. What
Yeah.
your heart
And see, and
feels.
that's key because, like I'm sure she feels comfortable, or like she'll be able to speak to him if something is going, like you said, like your kids. See, growing up, a lot of us, I felt like we didn't really have that with our parents. Like we didn't. It wasn't easy to talk to our parents. I knew I couldn't talk to my parents about a lot of things that was going on. Like my dad was very like,
I was going to get whipped.
yeah, it was very like what,
My son got
like he was very touchy. Like he couldn't really handle the truth. You know what I mean? So everything was like, had to hide everything.
Yeah.
So like with my kids, I always try to tell them like, man, no, whatever's going on, I'm not going to get mad at you. Like you said, I'm going to get mad if you lie though.
Yeah.
Or if I hear from the streets.
Right. Or if I'm hearing from other people,
I'm
then I'm
somebody
going to get
else,
mad.
I'm
yeah.
like what?
Yeah. But if you come to me, like my oldest son, he just turned 17, right? And he is like,
Yeah, that's
well, when I met him, he was 3. So he,
Baby.
he was baby. So, but I always tell him like at a young age, like, look, man, just talk to me like a man. You know what I mean? Like we don't got to yell. We've never argued. I never had to hit him. Like anytime he got in a little trouble, I never had to like scold him. All I had to do was just talk to him.
Yeah.
And be like, look, man, like you're better than that. You know you're smarter than that.
Yeah,
Why'd you do that? And he was kind of like, and he always just got it. And I was like, man, I wish my dad would have talked to me like that. You know what I'm saying?
but we learn what not to do and what
exactly.
not to, and so that to me, that's what I
Exactly.
took from mine.
I mean, when we were growing up back in the day, the way they try to correct you by whipping you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that was the first thing. Like, get the belt. Mm-hmm. I mean, and then I have a brother, younger brother of mine. He's 10 years apart, and with him, they never. My dad probably hit him once in his lifetime.
Because he was the baby.
And he was a baby,
youngest.
and they've noticed that with me, because I used to always get hit every day.
and so
Every day. So they saw that wasn't working. So my brother, they went with a different approach.
yeah.
And now they talk to my brother. You know, hey, don't do this. Why are you doing this?
Okay, so can I sidebar real quick?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, son. I used to beat your dad. No, I didn't whoop him like that, but I did because I didn't know. You know, he was so. But my daughter, she would look at you. She was like, "Nah, I'm not getting spanked." You know, but
Yeah.
I didn't. He didn't get. I didn't beat his tail like that. But both of them got whoopings.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you know, I
but-
wasn't abusive because I went through abuse. So my limit was like 6 swats or 5
Yeah.
swats.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
That's how it was back in the day. So I mean, I only hit my daughter one time.
yeah, I think my daughter's maybe.
And that's only if it was really needed, right?
Yeah,
Like,
and I don't even got to do that. I raise my voice, and that's enough. Like she knows I ain't playing. She knows when she sees me mad, she knows I'm not playing.
or that look that
That
she knows
look,
that look
yeah.
you got. Like, oh, I
know?
ain't playing.
I only got my butt beat once. Rest in peace, my mom. When I was 15 or 14. And I
Oh,
never
that was
again.
the age right there. huh?
Never again. She's like, I'm gonna cut your hair. No boy's gonna look at you. I said,
Oh, my.
they will look at me. Get over here. Bam.
Hey.
I got a wig. No.
Hey, you guys, I think it's time for Nestle shots fired.
All right, let's go. Shots fired.
All right, we're gonna do it different this time. Okay.
Okay.
Switcheroo? You doing a
Yeah,
switcheroo?
we're doing a switcheroo.
Little switcheroony?
Usually we
That's why do I need my bag?
no, you're good. You're good. Not those kind of
It's not
shots.
those kind of shots. It ain't those kind of shots.
We usually do a shout out, you know, to anything positive that we're doing, or if you want to give somebody, you know, the flowers. That's what we usually do. But today, we're gonna do a shout out to our ride or die person. Person that's been there with you from day one.
From
Okay.
day one of
From whatever. I mean, from the beginning, for when, you know, when that person's been, you know, having your back and still has your back.
oh yeah.
You want to start off?
Oh.
Or I will.
I-
Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I need a minute to think.
All right.
'Cause I have a few.
My shout out goes to Joel's.
Hey.
Joel's. He's always been there ever since I met my wife. He's been there. He's been there. You know, he gave me this opportunity to be on this podcast. You know, to work together. You know, we always been, you know, ride or die. I mean,
Yeah, true that.
You know what I mean?
True that. Hey, appreciate that.
Yeah.
I was expecting that one.
Huh.
Hey, that one got me. That one got me a little fuzzy in here. You know
yeah,
what I'm
don't cry, dog. Yeah, I got a shout out right here, dog.
That's what's up. Oh, am I next?
Yeah, you're next.
Well, see, this is crazy is because the Chop Shop, you know, I've had this idea to do this podcast for a long time. And then I always was going back and forth, like, man, who do I want to get to do this with? A lot of people. I met a lot of people, you know, DJing and all these years and stuff like that. And the two people that always came to my mind was Nesto and Janisa. And because they are like my ride or dies. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's been my ride or die since we met. Like literally since the day we met, we were like 17, 18 when
Oh,
we met.
dang.
Yeah.
And it's been like that since. Like everything he said, that's true. And as soon as I met her, the same thing. The same thing. Like these two have supported me so much in everything. I've done a lot of things and they've always been like right there. So when I was like, if I'm gonna do this, I want to do it with people who are like, you know, my ride or die, the people that have been there, you know, from day one. And it's these two. So my ride or dies are these two.
Okay.
You know what I'm
So I
saying?
can do two.
Yeah, you can do as many as you want. You know what I mean?
There's no. Let's say how we say it. There's no cap to it.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's no cap. Yeah.
All right. So
That's
my
a new word.
Your turn, Mike?
Cap.
Oh,
Go for
okay.
it.
All right. So my straight ride or die, because like I said, I would say is my son. That's my ride or die.
There you go.
That's my dog right there.
And that's for
Because
life. That ain't never
yeah,
gonna change.
The transition.
He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
You know, the transition, man. And then him always saying, "Mommy, this," and "Mom, Mom, you're this," and "Mom, you're that." Mom, everything is like always encouraging me, you know. And my daughter, you know, you feel me? And so as a unit, so I'm gonna use them as a unit, as one, my son and my daughter, you know. So those are my ride or dies, because through the highs and the lows, when we were losing stuff and my babies, we stuck it in there.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say a little something. There was one time where I didn't really have money for Christmas, right? Because I was paying the mortgage, and my kids, when I came home, we decorated the house, and there was like all these gifts under the tree. They went up in my room and took stuff and rewrapped everything.
That's dope.
Yeah, so we had a beautiful Christmas.
Wow.
One time for Mother's Day, money was short, and it was a 2x4 because I guess something was being fixed. My son carved in it. I still have it. I have it in my in the armor when you walk in my house. It's in there. He carved in there, you know, because he was crying that he didn't have money to buy me a card, and he carved in there Happy Mother's Day and the year and stuff like that. And then my daughter painted me a rock. She painted like a little
go.
bumblebee.
Yeah.
And I keep all that stuff, right? And then Neek, man. Yeah, ever since I met her, it's just like, let's go, let's get it.
Shout out
That's
Dion
my-
Monique.
Shout out to
right.
Dion.
That's my sis. And I mean, just
She's a real
everything,
one.
just a work, man.
That's a real
And
one.
we've
She's straight real.
always been around the same people, but never met each other until later on in life. You get what I'm
Wow,
saying?
really?
Really.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not gonna name drop, but yeah, she,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
She's dope.
but we,
She's
yeah,
dope.
amazing person. And
She is.
I call Miss Blanc her mother. I call her Mama Mija.
Okay.
You know, and so my kids call her like that too. You know,
Oh,
call
that's
her Mama.
right.
But when I say just instant family, instant supporter, instant. You know, I
Instant.
wouldn't have met you guys if it wasn't for her.
Instant.
Instant.
Yeah,
It was
when
just
we met her,
Yeah.
that's how we felt.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just beautiful person.
Genuine.
Yeah.
Genuine, beautiful.
Down to earth,
Down to
straight raw.
earth, and wants to see. And it's sometimes it's hard. People, you know, they'll get around you and they just want to be around you because they see what you
know,
do.
you
and
know,
feel the
yeah,
energy,
and it feels
too.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, and then but you still let them rock until they, you know, fall off. But then the real ones come, especially when you're healing yourself on the inside. So that's my family. You know, you guys are my family now, and I love this field. But I would say my son and daughter and Neek, bro, like everything. It's never been like, oh, well, why are you trying to no? Okay, Kintae, let's get it. Okay, you need to learn how to do this. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If she'd be like, oh, you need, you know, and I'm like, okay, all right, let me get my butt in school now, you
Yeah.
know, but yeah, so it's been a blessing. It's
See,
been
people like that, those are special people.
Yeah,
Because those people only come around once in a
lifetime.
while.
Yeah.
Like there's really in
But
your
when-
whole lifetime, you really only meet a couple of people
Right.
like that are like real genuine
Right.
people like that, you know.
and you find your community.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
then once you're locked in there, you know, and it's like, okay, dang, you know, oh, there's more of us. You know what I'm saying? There's
Yeah.
more of us.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah, I feel
so
that.
I really feel, you know, yeah, I'm
feel
blessed.
that.
I'm blessed.
Queen G.
Queen G.
There's a lot, man.
Need a ride or die chick.
I know. Well, I'm gonna borrow your unit real quick.
Here you
Letty,
go.
you've been my girl from day one. My P-Town girl since we were 12 years old.
Shout
I
out to
love
Letty
you.
out
Shout
there.
out to you, Letty.
Shout out to Letty.
Sonia and Leslie. You guys are my girls. You know?
There we go.
Ooh.
I know, right?
And it's hard to, you know, obviously I had my children before I met my high D people. But them little girls, well, they're not little no more, but they've been through a lot with me.
The 3Gs.
The 3Gs, the
Gs.
the 3Gs, the 3G units.
G units.
G
Yeah,
units?
they're my G units, you know. G units. And then of course, my other ride or die, she's married now. Before she wasn't married, that's Jenny. Genevieve Corona.
What?
She's a Zapata now.
my
but
prima?
This is
What? Joelle's
Julian's-
cousin?
Joelle's cousin.
What?
Yeah, that was we would go on missions together and everything.
Uh-oh.
Dang.
But yeah, we were on mission. But you know what? But because of her, I met Julian.
Right.
Joel's.
Right.
And he was only 14 years old when
Yeah.
I gotta say the story real quick, guys. So Domino, Candyman, and then there's another lineup of people
Oh, we're going
in
back.
Apple
Paperboy.
Valley.
We're going back.
Paperboy.
And Paperboy was there too.
Skilo.
Skilo was there. So I walked in and I'm like, I
Yeah.
go VIP wherever I go. I'm not gonna ask permission or nothing.
She
So I
remembers.
walk into the where was that place called?
Angels Roadhouse.
Angels Roadhouse in Apple Valley. I walk in. I
Oh,
said,
that's what you say.
Yeah.
You were his manager.
I said, I'm with the DJ. I'm his manager. You know, and they're like, oh, yeah, no problems. Do you DJ Joel's? Oh, we didn't know he had a manager. So, yeah, I'm his manager. So I walk in,
I'm
get
like
him for
15. I ain't got no
free. He
manager.
was 14, 15 years old. Right? That was the best time ever. And then Jenny bailed on me that day because I don't know where she was.
Front Street. Dang, she throwing it out. Dang.
I still love you. You've always been my writer.
Hey, let's give a shout out. Hey.
That's right. All the ride or dies out there,
All
man.
the ride or dies for you guys.
That's right. I like that.
Filling in your story. Yeah.
Yeah.
They would answer. When she would drop Blake, you guys would answer. I'm like, okay.
We know those
That's dope.
stories.
That's
Crazy,
dope.
crazy.
That's dope.
So this film you're working on right now, how long is it going to be till it's finished? Like how far along are you?
So we're doing our second. We're going into our third episode.
Okay.
So we'll be going into our 3rd episode.
Okay.
But we've done the trailers already,
Oh.
Yeah.
How many episodes total?
We're gonna do 8.
8.
And then
Okay.
Wait, I
so
can't
8
wait till
between
the
8 to
end.
10. You gonna be part of it? You go,
Oh,
y'all gonna
shoot,
get
we
it.
did.
Heck yeah.
So but we're gonna we need a set of 10, and to have a series. So
Nice.
Oh, you need to have a set of 10?
no, we only need the 2 episodes actually complete in order to get it funded.
Started?
And all that.
So
wow.
so you already have kind of like an idea of like a rollout for it. Like once it's done, the series, you want to try to shoot it to some type of distribution, or
yeah.
what are you shooting for?
So I can say that.
Yeah.
Okay, so BET, get ready for us.
There we go.
You know, so yeah, and Netflix, and so we're gonna we were
what's
trying.
up.
What we were thinking about was just doing like a web series, but then it was like, no, we're gonna try all the major
Go big.
platforms.
Go big or go home.
Yeah,
Well, you
and
got
that's
your
what we're gonna do.
Tubies out there, you
We're
got
going
your
big.
Hulus
Going
out
big.
there.
Yeah, we're going big.
Got it,
so,
girl.
Yeah.
Got
But
it.
yeah, so BET and
We're coming.
we're coming.
We're coming for you
We'll
guys.
see. Oh, I don't even know what camera. So yeah,
Either
let
one.
it run.
We're coming.
Love
We're coming.
rejected. Yes. Love rejected. What camera am I?
Right there.
Oh, okay. Okay. Love rejected, you guys.
That's great.
that,
That's
yeah.
great. Yeah. Well, we're excited. Like you said,
Thank
like we're gonna support anything you got going
Thank
on,
you guys.
and you know, we consider you family. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that's why we're like, oh, we're getting Kintae today. Oh, cool.
Like,
And I thank you guys
We're
for
gonna run
having
it
me.
down.
Yeah, of course.
Come
I
on.
really, I do. I thank you guys for having me. It's been a blessing, knowing you guys and just, the fellowship, and, I get to turn up,
Yeah.
I get to
You
turn
can,
up.
our thing is like when you come here, we just want you to be yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Be yourself. It doesn't matter what you do, what you got going on. This platform is for the people
realest.
to come here and just be comfortable and have a good time, and just
We want people to know the Kintae that we know.
And I'm like, well, if that, I didn't know that would have been nice.
Give me that pillow.
so for the people watching, where can they find you? Where can they look you up at? And what's dropping next?
Okay, so I'm Kintae Yuhanis, the director, on Instagram. I'm Kintae Yuhanis on YouTube. And you guys can find me on Instagram.
Okay.
Every now and again.
That's why I follow
Because
her.
I'm rarely, but I'm good. So yeah, Kintae Yuhanis on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, and
All right. Well, let's make some noise
that's
for
where I'm
Kintae, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming.
This is a good one.
that's
You know.
my first interview.
Hey.
Hey,
and-
how does it feel to be actually in front of the cameras now?
I'm so embarrassed. Because I'm shy. You see, I didn't tighten up.
She said,
You know how
"'Cause
many,
I'm
I don't know how many
shy."
times I took,
It's all good.
a
It's all
restroom
good.
break, but so it feels
Baby
good.
steps. Baby
Yeah.
steps.
Yeah, baby steps.
Well,
Yeah.
hopefully we see you in front of the camera more.
Yes.
Yes.
So hopefully, 'cause like I said, we know you're doing your thing behind the lens, and that's all good. But we want to see some Kintae too. We
Yeah.
want to see Kintae out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like we
Yeah.
said, this not a one and done. We would love to have you back again.
Okay, I would love
Definitely.
to be back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like we say, everybody
And I
that
won't
comes
be
on the
shaking like,
podcast.
did you see my hands? They're literally shaking. And my heart was like,
We got some community events that we're starting to
Oh.
put together, and we would love to have you come out
Oh,
and just hang
yeah.
out with us and just
Yeah.
spend time with
Vibe with us.
the kids and stuff like that. Just giving back. You know what I mean? That's what we're.
that's what I do.
Yeah, that's one of
Yeah.
our
That's
main
what I
goals
do.
is to everybody that we interact with. Let's all get together and let's find a way to give back to the communities out there.
Yes.
So hopefully we can lock that in. We'll
All
get you in
right.
there. You'll be one of our first calls.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
else? All right. So those of you that went back to school, I did put something out. If you guys want to come get a haircut, hit me up on Instagram, and I will do your kids' hair for free. Not doing braids. I'm only doing ball fades and shadow fades, and it's for free for the next 2 weeks. All right.
Nice.
Thank you guys. I don't know
Hey.
which camera I was looking at,
Hey,
but
we
anyways,
should,
at least
hey,
I
we
know.
should get her on that
Yeah.
beauty.
I've been
Expo.
telling her about it. I
and
sent
Barber
her the.
Expo.
I sent her the link. The,
Okay.
We gotta get you on
Yes.
there, girl.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
I mean,
no, you're in.
even if you don't want to be in it, you should come down and just
Yeah,
chill
just
with
hang
us.
out with
Okay.
us.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
I'll
in
do that.
VIP.
We're gonna
don't
be
even
hosting
trip.
that one, so
Okay.
you know what I mean,
October 4th.
October 4th. Remember, you
Ladies
guys,
and
we're gonna
gentlemen.
host a beauty and barber
Holiday
expo,
Inn.
Holiday Inn.
Yes.
Victorville.
Victorville, California. It's from what, 6 to 9 or 6 to 10?
6 to
6 to 10.
10.
That's
6 to
Saturday?
10.
It's
It's on a
Saturday.
Saturday.
Okay, so I'll bring my clippers.
Yeah, bring the
Yeah.
clippers
I'll bring my
and
Yeah, bring it.
and-
Do your thing.
We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time.
A lot of vendors there.
So you guys know what it is. This is the Chop Shop Podcast. You know what I'm saying? We're having a good time with our homegirl Kintae here.
Yeah.
And everybody that's tuning in, be sure to follow us well, subscribe and give us a like on YouTube. Of
course.
And then, of course, check us out on Roku TV, Apple TV. We are streamed on Urban Soul TV, Fire Stick TV. So we are not hard to find, all right?
Hey, now you can find us Urban Soul streaming on YouTube, right?
Yeah, he's streaming live on YouTube.
Now you can
also.
follow us on Urban Soul TV on YouTube.
And big shout out to Rafa Productions.
Big
shout out
old
to
shout
Rafa
out.
Productions.
Beautiful studio we got here.
Yeah, all
Beautiful
day.
studio.
The best studio in the HD.
Yes.
It's not even close.
You ain't gonna find another one better than this one.
That's right.
you're
That's
not.
right.
And the air conditioner
Hands
works.
down.
And I'm not
Yes.
saying that. I'm not just saying that because he's filming us right now. I'm dead
Yeah, of
serious.
course,
Like,
yeah.
for real.
Multi-talent guy.
I ain't trying to
Yes.
glaze you up, bro. I'm not trying. I'm for real. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So thank you guys for tuning in. Peace.
Peace out.